Hi everybody, welcome back. So the Nelly Ashanti show has got people talking. Now personally, I've not seen any of it. I've seen clips on TikTok and some of the things. First, I saw a lot of people saying that it's hilarious, but then I started seeing people talking about some of the red flags they are seeing in that relationship. Take a look at some of the clips.
I'm hungry until he just, hey, I need you to fat. So be like, he didn't fat. But as soon as he started walking, I said, enjoy. Because as soon as he gets to walking and talking, he with the crew.
Now I'm trying to understand, how is it that you just sleep through when he starts crying?
Do y'all really be up at night? I heard about it.
You know what? It's absolutely ridiculous that you'll still be dead asleep and he'll be mad loud.
But I don't even hear y'all, man.
That's ridiculous.
You know, it's a gift, I guess.
Why is that a gift?
I'm blessed with that.
No. That means get up. It's your turn to change him.
I'm going to take you back to this conversation we had. Before you kicked me under the table, I said, baby, I give you the world. I just ain't changed nobody.
Oh, my God.
Still being on the road, we both agreed that being up here probably would be the best thing since her whole support system is up here.
Mad as hell. She mad as hell. Look at her face. She mad as
hell. I made
hell.
it very clear, even before KK, before the I do's, before everything, how I felt. My business
Dang,
in St. Louis,
she mad as hell.
What I do, my vibe, my connections, and
she said we're gonna live in New York.
Setting up shop like that in New York.
She says she wants another baby. We admit it, she won't. Long as we as many nannies as we need. Can't chase toddlers at 50, man. That's rough. Joe, that's a workout, Joe. A toddler? You work out every day, though.
Thank you.
Yeah. People are saying that Ashanti is on the way to becoming a single mother. Others are saying it's exposing married single mothers. I think we've spoken about this a lot on this channel. Married single mothers, why you shouldn't marry a man who already has kids, why you shouldn't give a chance to somebody you rejected, and so the list is long. Others are saying if she wanted a child, she should have just gone to the bank, and gotten one over there, because there was no need for all of this. There was no need for her to get married to him, have a child by him, and go through all of this. And he keeps saying that he's already told her all of that, right? And so he's got people also saying that maybe she thought things were going to change when they had a child. And things are still not changing. It looks like it's getting worse. Anyway, let's get into what people have to say, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section.
I knew I wasn't wrong for saying that Ashanti should not have gotten back with Nelly, because look, that man is embarrassing her already. Not only do he leave for months on end, and leave her to take care of a newborn by herself, but he also said that it's a blessing that he's able to sleep through his son crying in the middle of the night. He said that he told her before she decided to kick him under the table that he will not be helping with the diaper changes. He's basically sticking to the traditional marriage and just providing. But he said that as soon as the baby starts walking and talking and communicating what he needs and what he wants, that's when he's going to step in. That lady is a married single mother, and I don't like that for her. But girl, he showed you who he was. Why would you want to still be with him? Could never, ever, ever be me, because if I was abortionable weeks pregnant, I would have left that man and I would have sent that baby. This man is a walking red flag, and I hate that she gave him a child. Mind you, this is her first child. So not only is he a neglectful dad, he's also a Trump supporter, and he's also allegedly a cheater. I would have left that man so fast his head with a spin.
So thanks to you guys, I have seen clips of Nelly and Ashanti's show, because I'm not watching it. I don't support anybody that does anything for Donald Trump. Now, y'all know, if you follow me, that I have always been anti-block spinning. If a relationship did not work out with a man before, then I don't think it's going to, in 9 times out of 10 cases, work out in the future, because they have the least incentive to change of anybody. So if they change, something else happened to them. Not the relationship. Something else started impacting them deeply. Maybe other men started telling them they need to change, but they do not change for the most part. So seeing what I'm seeing, I thought it was foolish of Ashanti to do that, but that just shows how far we are as a gender when it comes to prioritizing marriage over our well-being and what's best for us. I mean, Ashanti was literally on vacations and having the best body ever and seemed to be having the best time of her life. But she felt like she hadn't accomplished something because she wasn't married and had children. So she spun the block with the relationship, I guess, that was closest to marriage. He's older now, probably has less options. A lot of times you'll find men are willing to settle down after they've, burnt out their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, maybe even 60s, being whorish and making bad decisions. So now they're together, and I heard that, and I don't know if it's true, but the street saying they broke up the first place because he owed her $1 million, which is, never give a man money under any circumstances. But to see that in spinning the block, he does not like her any more than he did before. The fact that he will not help out with their child, the fact he got arrested with a party drug a couple weeks into the child being here let me know that he was not assisting with a child, because anybody who's had a newborn knows you cannot do that. You will not be able to function. And then you see him on TV talking about how he's not going to do anything for the kid until the kid can walk and talk. Like, again, we talk about the bar of fatherhood being in hell on this page. And men are happy to keep it there. He's in there telling that to other men, and they're laughing and stuff. Like, where is the accountability from other men telling you that's horrible to leave your child's mother dealing with that in the postpartum era, and you should be definitely helping to raise your son? It's a mess, but I feel bad for Ashanti for signing up for this mess, for feeling pressure to sign up for this mess as a woman because she wanted to have children. I mean, it's nothing wrong with going to the sperm bank, people. Getting married is not the flex that people make it out to be. It's okay not to get married. It's okay to turn 40 and get married and not have children as a woman. Much better than sentencing yourself to this type of lifestyle. And then to have him embarrass her family legacy by going to do that inauguration. And he didn't really care. Like, that's the thing, is that she cares, but he does not care. That's a heck of a thing to sign up for.
I totally believe that Nelly told Ashanti exactly what he told everybody else in that little TV interview way before that. I think she knew what she got herself into. I think she thought that Nelly was somehow going to love her and their baby enough to be different. But I think a lot of guys are honest with us, and we just make it into something that it's not.
Nelly needs to be arrested today, and then shortly after in hell. That man basically looked at Ashanti and said, until the baby's about 3, keep it the fuck out my face. I don't have nothing for it. He said, until that motherfucker say I'm hungry and walk around, I'm cool, mama. When I say men are some of the scariest creatures that walk this earth, the fact that you can be with a woman, y'all was together for 10 years, broke up 2013 due to infidelity and insecurity, right? He finally takes your black ass back another decade later. The first thing you do is get her pregnant. And it's almost like, yeah, bitch, try to leave again. Oh. It's actually quite serious. There really is 2 types of baby fathers. You get the 3 types. You get the one that actually love you and want to have a kid with you. You get the one that gets you pregnant on accident. And then you get the one that gets you pregnant because he hates you. That's the most dangerous baby daddy of all. Because all that baby is a means to stay in contact so you don't go too far away, right? It's a means to be able to f your day up any chance he can get for the rest of y'all's living lives. Y'all always be saying till 18. So y'all not gonna be at the baby marriage? Y'all not gonna be at the baby's further graduate? It's for the rest of your life. That is the definition of, if I can't have her, nobody can. Y'all must start paying for your crimes against humanity. Really.
I think one thing that people are not pointing out about the Nelly and Ashanti show is that when people are done raising kids, they feel like they're done raising kids. I'll give you another example. Sofia Vergara did not want to divorce her husband, but she didn't have a choice because she was done raising kids. Her son was in his 30s and he wanted her to start over and have a newborn. She was in her 40s. She's like, I'm not willing to do that. I don't want to start over. I've already raised my son. I'm ready for grandkids. I'm not ready for more kids. Nelly is 50, and I'm not saying he's right or wrong. There's really no, it is what it is, but he's done raising kids. And I think he loves Ashanti in his own way, and he knew she wanted to be a mother, so they decided to have a baby together with the understanding that he was not going to be hands-on. And since she is a first-time mom, it's easy to agree to stuff like that until the baby gets here. And then it's like, whoa, this is hard. Even with nannies, it's hard. You want the father to be present. You want the father to be hands-on. Not just men that feel this way, there's women too. It's all type of people that's just like, I don't want to start over. My kids are grown. I don't want to start over with the potty training and the diapers and the learning how to walk and talk. I don't want to do that all over. It's hard work, and it's a commitment. And I just don't think she realized probably what she was signing up for. So those are my thoughts.
Okay, I see everybody talking about Nelly and Ashanti. And aside from everybody being able to agree that Ashanti will be a single mother that is married until that baby turns 3, I believe that's what Nelly said, I feel like nobody is talking about how Nelly said he already had this conversation with her. So the fact that it's being said on camera is just for discourse. But theoretically, I think that's a lot of women's reality, because it's a lot of men in this world who think that the role of a mother is more important than the role of a father. And realistically, both a mother and a father are very important parents to have, because they contribute certain and different things. So with that being said, I think that Nelly is wrong, because what do you mean? And in event of an emergency and that baby is crying, and let's say Ashanti is not in proximity of hearing her baby cry, or let's say she's finally asleep because she's exhausted, because again, she is a single mother that's married, and it's an emergency, and you're not paying any mind to your child as a father, that's not good. But most importantly, I just don't understand why men think that their role in parenthood is not as detrimental as a mother. And I feel like mothers, I don't have any kids, so people always tell me like, your mind is going to change when you have a kid, because you know, like, that's your kid. But I think the division of this is my baby instead of this is our child, I think you should hear our child more, just to recondition the brain, because stuff like that really matters. If you're just saying like, this is my baby, we have men who we already know they're a little behind developed in the brain. They're gonna be like, yeah, that's your baby, not thinking like, this is our baby. And luckily, it is a few men that I see that understand that a child is their baby. But for the most part, if they just keep hearing my baby, they're gonna be like, yeah, that's your baby, that's your responsibility. And we have to do something to change that, because there's a lot of mothers that are overwhelmed, because eventually they are in households, but at the end of the day, they're single parents, and that's very unfortunate. The only way I think that works is if the husband is following patriarchy to the T, and the mother themselves is a traditional stay-at-home wife or mother. Then it's like, well, what can you do? Because I was telling my friends, like, in theory, you kind of give up your rights as an independent woman, because you're relying on this man to take care of you, and your responsibility in exchange for that is to be the woman of the household, which comes into cooking, cleaning, taking care of the children, because this man is fitting the bill for everything else, even including you and the children and the household. So it's like a fair exchange, kind of. But that was when women's rights wasn't popping. Women's rights are definitely a thing now, and I just feel like, theoretically, I don't like the idea of people being single parents in two people relationships and households when patriarchy isn't the case. But in this case, Nelly said he already talked to her about it, so she's aware that he felt like this. But it's just like, it being on television for us to talk about just adds a little fuel to the fire.
See, that Ashanti and Nelly shit, that's the reason why I'm pro-choice. That's exactly why I'm pro-choice. Nelly told Ashanti that he will not be changing any diapers, he will not be taking care of the baby until the baby can walk and talk on his own, because that's ridiculous. That is honestly ridiculous. He said, prepare to basically be a single mama. After having a baby, I realized that a lot of y'all don't need to have babies. Y'all just don't. And Nelly like 40, bruh. He like 40. And he told his homeboys this too. And his homeboys was just like laughing. Like, nobody even said, nigga, you don't think that's weird? He talked about how he sleeps through the night when a baby's crying. You don't even get up. Like, y'all, like, ladies, this is why I be trying to tell you, hey, do not have a baby. If you got second thoughts about that nigga, please believe that second thought and just go to the clinic. These niggas are terrible, bro. Until you actually have kids, because people tell you like, hey, man, it's hard. And you be like, okay, I'm prepared, I'm ready, like, cool. But but it's harder than what you expect. It's different. And only people with kids understand, man. Niggas said, it's 40, bruh. Niggas basically said, I'm not doing shit. Niggas don't want to be a dad. Niggas don't want to do nothing. Ladies, just be careful who you get pregnant by. Just be careful. Honestly, bruh. just be careful. Like, oh my God, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I feel like marriage and childbirth is one of those things that when women get over, they regain their power. You know, they regain themselves, because when you put those two things aside and you realize that they are not that important, you know, they are not going to make or break you. You can still live a full, fulfilled life by yourself on your own. You'll get freedom, because for the longest time, all women have been told is to go to school, get a job, get married. It's like, if you don't get married, it doesn't matter how much money you make, how well accomplished you are no good if you don't have a husband. And that is the prison that they were able to put a lot of women mentally, you know, because yes, this lady could have just gone and maybe adopted or had a child on her own or chosen someone better, but she came back to him. Like, giving men that, you know, it didn't work out, you didn't give a chance, treated you bad in the past, a chance again into your life. You have just made your bed, because you're going to go through it. Yeah, so you waited and waited, hoped it was going to work, and then you decided, okay, I'm going to give this guy a chance again into my life, only for him to come back and show you pepper and show you shaggy. And now you're miserable, but you can't leave because you don't want to be a single mom. That's all I'm seeing, all right? That's all I'm seeing. You can't leave, or you don't want to leave because you don't want to be a single mom. The very thing that you were trying to avoid. Oh my God. This is sad, okay? This is sad because she's in her 40s, right? And this is not a time that you want to be making mistakes like this. That's what I'm saying, all right? It was, for what, I don't know what their relationship dynamics were back in the day, but there was a reason why you broke up, and it should have stayed that way, you know? So all I'm going to say is, marriage is not the end or be all to everything. Having a child for a man is not going to change him. Letting him come back into your life could potentially put you in danger of a lot of things, abuse, neglect, and all of that, okay? And when you let them go, please let them go. Let them go thoroughly. Don't give them a second chance in your life, because this, I don't know how it's going to end. I don't know how it's going to go, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good. But anyway, I'm going to leave it here. You leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments. I'll see you again in another video. Take care of yourselves and one another.